I think we all want our grandchildren to grow up in a better world than we were born into. But how can we do this? How can we make the world a better place? Well, our great wisdom traditions have given us three basic answers. The first answer is discipline. Doing the right thing sometimes is a matter of training, just like being good at anything else. You have to train yourself. The second answer is faith. Sometimes you need to call on something greater than yourself to do the right thing. And the third answer is laws. Sometimes we just need to let people know that there will be consequences for their actions. And these are the three great strategies of our wisdom traditions on how to make the world a better place. And they're doing great things, and they're changing lives. But it does beg the question, if we've had these three strategies for thousands of years, why is there still so much evil in the world? Why are there so many people who don't care about the suffering of others? And this suggests there might be something missing from our strategy. And today I'd like to suggest a different way of looking at the problem. And it goes like this. Imagine a person who has perfectly moral desires. Everything that he wants to do would be a good thing to do. Imagine that. When he asks, what ought I to do? How can I make the world a better place? The answer that comes back at him is, do what you would want to do. Imagine if the way to make the world a better place was to do exactly what was pleasing to you. Now the shift here is from thinking about how to get people to act the right way to thinking about how to get them to desire the right things. Because if you can get them to desire the right things, then you don't need discipline or faith or laws. It's very easy to get people to do the right things if that's what they already want to do. And actually, this happens all the time. Think about slavery. Slavery was standard practice for thousands of years. And then in the space of just a few generations, it completely disappeared from most of the world. How did that happen? Did that happen because we had better discipline? I don't think so. Did it happen because of faith? No. Did it happen because we enacted laws against owning slaves? Well, no, it's not like I don't own slaves because it's illegal. I don't own slaves because I don't want to own slaves. The whole idea of owning another person is repugnant to me. And so what happened was people's desires changed. And so now it's very easy for us to not own slaves because we don't want to own slaves like our ancestors did. So this is good news. Our desires can be changed, and if our desires are changed to good desires, it's very easy to make the world a better place. But there's more good news. Because think about how this happened. How did slavery go from universal acceptance to almost everybody hating it in just a few generations? Was it because we discovered some science and re-engineered the human brain or something? No. It was because of something that we all do all the time. Our desires changed because millions of ordinary people decided to condemn the desires for slavery and praise desires for freedom and equality. Praise and condemnation are powerful tools for changing desires. I remember once I was speaking with a friend of mine who I really respected, and I was telling him about how I had made a fool out of somebody who was really annoying to me. And my friend just said, oh, with this tone of disappointment. And I immediately felt disgust at what I had done. And because of that, today, I don't have a desire to make a fool out of anybody. Praise and condemnation are powerful tools for changing desires. And so if we put these two thoughts together, we have a strategy for making the world a better place. We can change people's desires, and then just by their own nature, they'll do the right thing. When I look at the whole story of human history, I kind of see a lot of it as a long, dark winter of fear and hatred and oppression and monarchy and slavery and sexism and racism and all of the things that we detest. And I think just now we're coming into the budding spring of humanity, the spring of the human story, when the real potential of humanity can come to fruition. And I think one way to help that is to condemn bad desires and praise good desires. And I think that is how to make the world a better place. Mr. Toastmaster.